Part 2, money controlling behavior. Now, most people don't realize how much money controls their life. It controls mine. We oftentimes make decisions based on what we can afford. On a deeper level, tying back into what money actually is, a construct, a tool. Now, let's dive into the control of it. I got right here a stack of ones. Most people try to use it to flex, you know what I'm saying? It's just dollar bills. Most people try to show cash to flex and all that bullshit. I'm showing you that for a reason, for a purpose. It's how I took my own control back. I stopped seeing money as something to chase, something to attain just for status and luxury items and all that bullshit. I started looking at it for what it really is. A tool. Money is nothing more than a tool, and it should be a byproduct of what an individual produces, whether that be labor, a skill, some form of service of value. That's where the idea of wages and all that good stuff comes in. I like to be accurate in information that I'm providing to people. Now, think about why we stay in jobs that we absolutely hate. We know the company could care less about us. We know that in a lot of times, a lot of cases, positions can be replaceable. People do layoffs, volume dries up, there's not enough work, bad season, temporary job, etc. But money is essential to survival. Lights, water, food, so you can't live without it. No matter how much we dislike it or want to say, oh, it's fake, it's not real, everybody dies over dollar bills and all that. That's true. But it's tying back to video 1. It is one of the strongest human interconnected belief systems there is. I guarantee you, if you go almost anywhere on this planet and you ain't got to speak their language, you get on one of these, they gonna understand what the hell you talking about. Straight up. That's just the truth about it. You got layers to this. Some people stay in terrible relationships because the person that they tied to might be the breadwinner, or they provide substantial stability. And financial abuse is a thing. Sometimes it can be the opposite. One may be taken advantage of because of the money that they provide. Both of those things are true. Oftentimes, people like to lean to one side instead of understanding that in most cases, what you believe or agree with, and also what you don't believe and don't agree with, exists at the exact same time. You got to be able to hold uncomfortable truths. Fact of the matter is, most of you have no idea what money is and understand how much it controls your life and don't find ways to take that control back. I'll give you one example with myself. I had a terrible savings problem. And so over the last year, I accumulate cash. So what I do is I take larger bills, 20, 50, hundreds. They get broken up into smaller bills like this. I put them away, stash them, keep them in the safe. Why? It trains my brain to consistently save until it gets to a point where it's just reactionary. Same with coins. And people think that's small. Oh, you penny. I don't penny pinch. I'm careful with when, how, and where I spend my money. I don't make foolish decisions with money anymore like I did when I was a kid. But you have to find a way to train your subconscious to stack this bread. Sometimes people feel like they can't pursue dreams and goals because they don't operate from a place of abundance. And sometimes it can be true. One can find themselves limited and constrained by environmental pressure, job ceilings, home life. You may have kids, multiple kids. I found that before any type of money is gonna ever come into play consistently for a person. And there may be exceptions to this, but broadly, to where you can find stability and accumulate, motherfucker gotta eliminate the drama out of their life and find some stable ground. You got to get some stability if you want to grow. You got to learn how to live within your means. People think, oh, I just gotta raise $5. Let me go put down on a new car, or let me go on that expensive vacation, or let me do that. No, you listen. You ain't gonna like this, and I mean this with the utmost respect. Telling yourself you deserve something is no excuse to spend carelessly. You have to be wise if you want growth. Now, if you say fuck all YOLO, I still say that. Anyway, if you say fuck all, you just here for a long time, not a good time, which I hear a lot these days, go ahead. Just don't bitch about it. Nobody wants to hear your complaints. I don't. Learn the system. And I ain't saying I got it all figured out, but I am learning. I'm trying to, not even trying, I'm actually taking the steps to grow an online business from scratch. I'm learning useful skills in a world that's becoming more and more digital. That's how you level yourself up. And not only that, understanding what money is at its core and how it controls the population and how it controls people will help give you more agency as a human. Yes, sometimes there are powerful actors who would much rather hoard than spread. However, those at the bottom still have an opportunity to have a semblance of the top or reach the top if they leverage themselves. And people hate the word exploit, but sometimes words that can sound so negative can have a positive connotation to them. I feel like some of these rich ass folks, all they did was understand the system better than the next month. That's it. And they found leverage most of the time. Regardless of what narratives tell you, social media is usually leverage. Does that mean there aren't some fucked up things and bad people and shit like that happen in the world? Absolutely, bro. The system was never designed, nor will it ever be designed, to eliminate human suffering, inequality, unfairness, mistreatment, discrimination, or any of that shit, bro. As long as you have human operators in the system, driven by human nature, fear, greed, ego, their own survivabilities, scarcity, all that shit combined, man, the system will always break somewhere. Losing income, instability, and the fear of taking risk are major players too. Some of y'all ain't lazy. Y'all just scared of what's gonna happen if whatever the fuck you got going on fall apart. I seen a post one time and it was funny. We in a high risk, high reward server over here in America. You got competition and it is what it is. And people like to, oh, China. My girlfriend's brother-in-law is Chinese. You think it's competition over here? Shit. And that's not to knock what the Chinese have going on or whatever. I'm just saying the grass ain't always green. I'm taking risks. I'm taking risks recording this video, put my face out there to the world in hopes that I build an audience that are willing to watch me take this journey, go down this path, and create something brand new out of nothing. Because I'm building something in the background that most people don't even know about. This is just a part of it. I became more critically aware of myself and more aware of the shift that's happening in the world. And rather than lose myself to fear of the unknown or AI or crypto or wars or Trump being president, the Jews, Iran, all the shit in the Middle East, Russia, first of all, we ain't supposed to know all this shit is happening every waking moment of the day anyway. That's one of the issues. However, if you can become aware of the way that shit affects your brain, you can capitalize on it instead of being consumed by it. I like to consider myself more of an observer now. Yeah, I scroll and stuff just like anybody else. I'm human. Even people that say, I don't, everyone, hey, look, in modern society, the only way to escape it is to go off the grid or become like a Mormon or something. Even still, if you become a sovereign nation, you are still constrained by the rules of the land. Money will still be critical. So all this nonsense people be talking, I'm not saying that you can't escape in the literal sense, but you can come to terms with actual reality as it stands and maneuver your way through it. That's what I'm pushing out. I have another brand that I'm working on with my dog to help generate more real service for people with pets that ties directly into what I'm building with my parent company. I found control in my life again, as well as control over money. And as I ascend, life will throw many curveballs. I had one today. And so I shook off the initial emotion. Emotion gonna come. Sat down, came up with a game plan, and said I'm gonna double down on what I've been working on for the past year or so. And keep going. Money has now become a tool of control. That don't mean that you have to relinquish it for the rest of your life and spend your days chasing paper that essentially will not bring you happiness. It can shift your life and give you access to things that you never could imagine. You can experience luxury. Matter of fact, last year, for the first time, bro, and I was proud of myself because I made it happen. Took me and my girl on a first class flight to Cali. I had never done that. Real shit. I'm not finna sit here and pretend like I just been balling out of control my whole life or I done had it my way. It was amazing. And it didn't make me want to consume more material things or live the lifestyle of the rich and the famous. Nah, it was more like it shifted my perspective that showed me I can generate a lifetime of comfort and still build at the same time, because I'm not the type of individual to just sit still for very long and become complacent. It's not who I am. Even in my days of addiction, I still didn't find myself becoming complacent. So I changed. You'll find value here. I won't ask if. You will find value here. I can guarantee it. The longer you stay, the more you come back, the more that you hear, and the more that I grow, you will find value here. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm just a man who walked through some bullshit, came out with scars, and is still working towards progress, no matter what the world or life chooses to throw at me. And you can do the same. Subscribe, like, follow. You might be surprised.